Oh, panic. I've hated the wrong thing. Oh no. Okay, go.
Hello there. I'm Mr. The Flash. You can call me JD.
And I am calling my control, so it's just Hunter.
And this is a Hero Story, episode 195. Welcome. A Hero Story is the podcast where we talk all things comics and apparently panic at the beginning of the episode.
I hit the wrong button.
Hunter hit the wrong button. This week's episode is a heavy comic week because we did not record last week, so we're combining the two. I have 6 comics in total to go over.
Whoa!
I know.
That used to be us every week.
4 from this week, 2 from last week.
I got 5.
5. So some that are the same, some that are different. The big one is probably Daredevil
1.
Chip Zdarsky, starting back at number 1.
Yeah.
I also got Nightwing number 94. I got Flash 784. I got Young Justice number 2. I got World's Finest number 5, and I got from last week I got Rogues number 3.
I got all those. I didn't get Rogues though, and I didn't get Young Justice, but I got Defenders Beyond number 1.
Oh, you didn't get Young Justice. What a lucky guy.
No.
We'll talk about that later in this episode.
I've heard many things.
We got plenty to talk about comic wise, but we got some news to go over first, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, a little bit of big ones, a little bit of not big ones. First off, real quick, I just want to say I made a comic. It's out now. You can order
Plug it away. Go ahead. Don't be shy.
You can order it on my Etsy in the link in my Comic Book Hunter bio and Sketchbook Hunter bio on Instagram. And
if he remembers, I'll put it in the description of the YouTube, but he might not remember.
Ooh, let's try to remember. Check the description of YouTube, and you might see it. Even if you're on anything, I'll try to put that on anything. If you
don't see it on the description, then comment on the YouTube. Be like, Hunter, you dumbass. Like,
yeah, exactly. I'll put it on the iTunes. I'll put it on or I guess Apple Podcasts. I'll put it on Spotify. Like, I'll see if I can put that anywhere. SoundCloud.
There you go.
People still listen on SoundCloud.
Yeah,
they do. I'm shocked.
I get emails that people repost it sometimes. People repost. People like it.
We get an average of like 200 listeners a week on SoundCloud. I'm like, SoundCloud. Really? I didn't. Okay, that's great. That's great. There's people listening right now on SoundCloud.
It's where we started, the humble beginnings.
Yeah, first few episodes are only on SoundCloud. So
17. You go.
Yep. But yeah, we'll get through the news of the week here as well. I guess for Hero Story news, this past week we did a private call and talked Dungeons and Dragons, which is starting very soon. That's all I have to say. We don't have a day.
I thought I was a nerd, and then I started looking into Dungeons and Dragons. Holy shit! That's just
it was the whole call was everyone being confused except for me because I play, and I was trying to explain, and everyone would ask different questions at the same time. So there's a reason we didn't record that. It was very hard to get.
That would have been a chaotic recording.
Yeah, but I think we're just about ready. So we'll be recording that hopefully really soon. Until then, news of the week. Now we're starting the episode.
No.
With Marvel news. So the VFX artists for Marvel aren't getting paid very well, I guess, and they're getting very bad crunch times. They're being told to finish CGI in movies and shows with very little time, way less than it used to be apparently. And because of this, a lot of artists are going on strike, leaving Marvel, or in the case of a few concept artists for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, leaking the movie. So there are spoilers online that are real because Marvel's deleting these if they're posted. So we're not going to post anything on this. But within those concept arts, we do see a lot of look at Ironheart, Riri Williams, in her first suit, which is very bulky. It's nothing like the comic suit. It's more like Samus, if anything. Like you got like bulky shoulders and everything. But also, if you don't want spoilers for Wakanda Forever, skip a minute, we'll say.
Okay.
And end credit scene is apparently Doctor Doom, and we got a concept of Doctor Doom in this end credit.
Right. There's no actor, but there's like a voice, right? Or it's no voice. It's just like him standing there.
Yeah, it will. I mean, it's just a picture here, but apparently, yeah, there might not be a casting. It might just show him. But yeah, the mask is on, so I mean, you don't need an actor for that yet. But he's officially coming, and he's officially going to be like he is Doom. They were saying that he is like he's not. This isn't his origin. He's been around for a long time at this point. He is on the throne. So
Kind of makes me wonder where he's been
yeah,
during the MCU so far.
yeah, it makes me question that too. But I'm sure we'll get
Like I
explanation.
think
But
that's the
for a
hard part of
while.
trying to introduce the X-Men and the Fantastic Four like so late into the universe is like, where the hell have you been?
Yeah, remember when Homecoming came out and Avengers Tower was sold, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's the Fantastic Four." If it
Right,
is, that was 2017. Like,
right,
where have they been? Like, why
right,
has this not been
exactly.
brought up if they bought it in 2017? But yeah,
Well, and especially because it's not like, isn't it even more future? Like, it's not 2022 in the MCU. It's even further because of
yeah,
the gap. So
2026 or something like that. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So where have they been? Yeah, that
yeah.
is confusing going with mutants and whatnot. But I guess we'll find out eventually. Uh, but yeah, I guess the minute's over. There was also leaks. These leaked a long time ago, but they've just been reposted of Namor getting our first look at him. JD doesn't like the beard, I think, right?
Am I the only one that doesn't like it? I don't think it looks good on Namor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it.
I know he's
I'm
had it
indifferent.
before in the comics, but like I don't know. I think he kind of looks
He had
better
it
clean
in the
shaven.
JRJR run of it wasn't Avengers, it was something else.
New Avengers 2010
Maybe, yeah.
or Avengers 2010, whichever one he was on.
Or maybe I'm thinking of like a Jack Kirby art piece where he has the beard and Human Torch like melts it off. That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
that's Jack Kirby, you
Yeah,
jackass.
I don't know
I
why I thought
said
Jack.
that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
in
you
like
did.
that's in Fantastic Four number 4, number 5, whatever one is the first appearance of Namor in the Silver Age. He's like lost in like a homeless shelter, and then Human Torch shaves his beard, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh my God, I'm Namor." It's
I
a
hope that
great
maybe that'll
animation.
happen in the movie. Maybe that's something that has the
Shave the
beard.
beard.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Oh my
support
god, I'm Namor.
comic accuracy.
The suit for Namor is they're going straight up comic accurate with like the speedo style. They're not going more modern where he has like the Atlantean armor. They're really going back to their roots. They're making it more Aztec like. They're going with an Aztec kind of design, but it is still the same idea of like the scaly speedo,
And
essentially.
he's got
So
the wings on the feet, right?
yeah, I like that. I'm glad they're keeping that. I hope he flies with it. Uh so Miss Marvel ended, and she will return in the Marvels. Uh, I forget the actress's name, but the person who plays Miss Marvel's mother, Kamala's mom, she posted on her Instagram and had to delete it. Her showing like, oh, throwback to like when we first started filming the Marvels, confirming that she's in it, and she was in a room like a casting room or a like some type of production room, and there's pictures on the wall of all the actors that are going to be in the movie, and Tessa Thompson's in that, who plays Valkyrie, as well as the person who plays Maria Rambo. So I guess they're in this movie. That was leaked. So
I I feel like all the stuff that gets leaked, like accidentally post, I feel like it's all on purpose. I feel like it's all like Kevin Feige with the puppet strings, like, all right, we're gonna post this for 5 minutes and let it get out there and then pull it
and
back,
delete
like
it.
delete it. Like I feel like it's a clever way of marketing because then
Everyone talks
CBR
about it.
run articles on it and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, I feel like some of Spider-Man No Way Home stuff was marketing. Some of it,
Yeah, like I don't know. Not like it can't be that accidental, right?
especially this only happens with Marvel stuff.
Right.
Like Luke Skywalker was in Mandalorian, and that wasn't leaked. How was that not
Right.
leaked? But this was. Like,
Right.
so yeah, I see what you mean. Um, Daniel RPK, who is a leaker.
I hate RPK.
Not many people like him. He's right many times, but he's often wrong because he posts a leak almost every day. And a lot of times he's just like, oh, I didn't say that. And then it's like, but you did. But anyways, he posted today. I figured it was kind of interesting that he's like the Daredevil show is having certain characters return. Those characters are Matt, of course, Foggy, Karen, Fisk, Vanessa, and Jessica Jones. Echo will also return, and when someone asked, "Will Bullseye be in it?" he said he hasn't heard anything, but the show's still getting prepped. it's still being written. So
Wow, what a groundbreaking
what a
leak. What
Foggy Nelson in a Daredevil
oh my
project.
god. Oh, Matt Murdock's gonna be in Daredevil? No
I'm
way, man.
shocked. I'm shocked over that.
And that's my problem with like all these like people who leak things. They say stuff that's kind of obvious, and then they're like, "Oh, I called it before it happened." Okay.
Oftentimes when they say something that's not obvious too, they don't elaborate. Like
Right.
he'll post something like there'll be like an image of Galactus before the Eternals movie, and it was like, oh my god, is Galactus in Eternals? And he'd be like, we'll see. And then Eternals comes out, he's not in it, and he's like, I didn't say anything.
Right. I never said that he was in it, so
yeah,
I'm not
like,
wrong. Give
oh
me
yeah,
money.
you're just posting gold. Yeah, he has a Patreon.
Yep.
Who is paying to see
one of my
spoilers?
roommates in college, his brother had his like patron whatever, like it was a patron, and I was like, you give money to that clown? What information have you gotten from that like it was worth paying for?
Did he give you an answer?
No, he was like, oh well, it's good. It's not good, it's garbage.
It's hype, it brings the hype.
Horrible.
Yeah, Galactus is going to be in Eternals.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Wasn't Daniel RPK, or was it another one? One of them was like confident that Endgame was actually going to be called something else, like Avengers, like Annihilation or something like that.
Oh, it was Annihilation. Yeah.
And then when it was called Endgame, like he was like swearing up and down like it's going to be called Avengers Annihilation. Then it got called Endgame, and then he's like, they changed it last minute. They didn't tell me. It's like, oh yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. And not like they've always had the plan Endgame. Like Doctor Strange says it in Infinity War. He also, so the reason why people believe him often is because almost always he gets trailer dates right. He'll be like, oh, Doctor Strange trailer on this day, Spider-Man on this day, Black Panther on this. Like he always gets the trailer just right. And that's why people believe him, but he gets nothing else right except for the stuff that everyone else is saying.
Right, obviously. Miss Marvel is going to be in the Marvels movie. Like, whoa!
Yeah, he's just like, guys, get excited. Bruce Banner's going to be in She-Hulk. It's like,
right,
what?
Right, exactly. Like, oh my god.
It's very obvious things. So, but some people they see that and they're just like, he was right about Bruce Banner and She-Hulk. Look, he's in the trailer.
Right. Oh well, it brings up his overall percentage. So I mean, he must be right.
Yeah, he also said Doctor Strange is going to be in the last episode of WandaVision. He also said that Steve Rogers will be in the last episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So he gets things wrong too. But Captain Marvel's going to be in the last episode of Miss Marvel, and that was true. So
Mephisto in every single show ever.
Yeah, like I don't know. I thought the Daredevil thing was like, it's Daredevil content. I need that.
Yeah, but like, it's so obvious.
Yeah, it is obvious. Yeah, the Jessica Jones thing, I hope is real. But everyone else, like, oh, we're gonna see Karen Page. I expected. I'm glad. It'd be weird if she wasn't.
Trying to adapt the Kevin Smith.
For DC news, Batgirl was delayed. It doesn't have a release date anymore. And is this because of Ezra Miller? Because the Flash was delayed, of course, and then it's kind of that limbo where people don't know what they're going to do with the movie, and so Batgirl needs to come out after because Michael Keaton's going to be in that. So now it doesn't have a release date. Because usually when movies are delayed, they're like Black Adam was going to be a July movie, and then it was pushed to October. Usually movies, they have a new kind of release date, but Batgirl no longer has a release date. It's done filming, I believe, but it's completely off schedule now. So is this due to Ezra?
What are the odds Flash just ends up getting released on HBO Max? Is there any chance of that, or no? Like they just say, fuck it, it's not going to theaters?
Such an expensive movie, though.
So. I know. But I mean, they've done, obviously for different reasons with COVID, but like they did it for other, like Wonder Woman 84 was only on. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, I wonder if at some point they're just gonna be like, we really don't want to do a premiere for this. Like, there's no good PR here. Yeah. It's gonna be awkward when Ben Affleck and Ezra Miller both don't show up to the premiere of the movie. The only person pumping the movie is gonna be the girl who plays Supergirl and Michael Keaton. Like, wow, my favorite Flash, Michael Keaton.
My favorite Flash character. Yeah, because I don't know. It's interesting what they're doing here. Because when I saw Batgirl was delayed, I'm like, okay, maybe like movies get delayed, but A lot of comments are saying on like the DC subreddits, like, this is too to Ezra, isn't it? They're thinking they want to do something with Flash, but they want to do anything yet. And so yeah, Warner Brothers, they ain't doing so well right now, and they're trying to distract you by saying, hey, the Snyder Cut was all bots. This 13% of it was bots, but no real source to that as well. Did
They're
you
also
see that?
yeah, I saw that. They're also trying to distract us with Henry Cavill.
Which is the best next bit of news. They
God.
need a win. They need a win. So there's the Henry Cavill thing. So Comic-Con is this week. DC Films is this Saturday morning. And the only films that are going to be there are Black Adam and Shazam. That's it. Dwayne Johnson has been very clear that he wants to fight Superman in the DCEU. A little too clear. And he even replied to a tweet asking, like, can we get Superman versus Black Adam? He replied, like, I think I can make this happen. Like, Dwayne, are you like, thanks, but can you say this?
He's gonna beat up the Superman from the end of Shazam that doesn't actually have a head. It's just gonna be the body. Like, he's gonna punch him in the body and then he's gonna disappear.
So Deadline, which is a reliable website, reported that Henry Cavill will be making a surprise appearance at Comic-Con to discuss the future Superman, not Black Adam, but the future of his career as Superman.
My retirement from Superman.
Now, yeah. Now, I did a bit of research on Deadline. They have a search tab. It's very well done. Good job, website. But if you look up Henry Cavill, besides Witcher news, the last time Deadline ever reported anything on him as Superman was early 2020, before the pandemic, saying that he is still going to be the character. He's just taking a break. They never once said that he was out. Deadline has never said that he was out. And they also, with all these rumors for the past 2 years, they haven't talked about it at all. Of him being out, he's in, he wants more money. Warner Brothers doesn't want to pay him, all this stuff. They haven't mentioned it. This is the first time in years that he's mentioned. But they also say it's a heavy rumor he's appearing, and a lot of people are being like, oh, he's going to be there. It's still a heavy rumor. So we don't know.
If you had to put like a percentage on it, like, what are you putting? Like, what's the percentage?
I hope it happens. I really hope.
Like, I feel like it's so 50-50.
I honestly don't think it will happen.
Yeah.
Like, percentage, I'm going to say 25.
Wow, 25-75. Wow.
What about you? Are you 50-50?
I think that's 50-50. I think like there's a solid chance.
I hope you're right.
But I mean, I'm ready to be hurt.
I mean, the reason
it's crazy, like, how like good of a casting they wasted. Like, it's sad.
Yeah.
One solo movie, and then
that was
2
over
other
10
movies.
years ago.
I know. Oh my God.
It's been 11 years since Man of Steel.
No, 9 years since Man of Steel. Man of Steel's 2013.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But it's about to be 10 years.
Yeah, it's about to be 10 years. Like,
sad.
Yeah, and one solo movie, and then, to quote Henry Cavill, a Batman movie. He doesn't count BVS.
A Batman movie where he gets killed off.
Yeah, killed off in a second appearance, and a Justice League movie where he's in 20% of the movie.
Resurrected.
Not even. He's only in like the last bit. So
nothing but pain.
Yeah, and even like I've watched the Snyder Cut 3 times now.
Jesus
I like
Christ.
it
3 times.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
9 hours of your life.
That is 9 hours of my life. I do enjoy it, but when Henry Cavill Superman comes back and he goes to Steppenwolf, he says one line when the axe comes down on his shoulder. Forgetting the line. I've seen this movie a few times.
I'm a big fan of Justice.
That's the line he says, and he doesn't say anything else for the rest of the movie until the "you bought the bank" scene. But as Superman,
I like the "you bought the bank" scene.
Yeah, I do too. But as Superman, that's his only line. Besides, like when he talks to Alfred, like, come on.
That's sad. I didn't think about that.
He doesn't talk to the League at all. They all look at him. They're all inspired, but he doesn't say anything. He just awkwardly, just brutally beats up Steppenwolf and has the League execute him. Like, bro, you don't know this guy. You don't know what's happening. I don't know. I think he's too brutal, but if he does return, like perfect casting, but let's give him like make him hopeful.
When he was like talking about the comics, when he's like, "Oh, I love Superman Rebirth. Like, I'd love to," and the reporter had no idea what he's talking about, and
Yeah.
he's like, Superman Rebirth, the one where he like becomes a father. I was like, oh my god, like he's one of us.
that interview, because the reporter says like what kind of Superman do you want to be, and he goes, "If you read the Rebirth comics," and the
Yeah.
reporter says no, and he just goes, "Ah, well." This explains he is just like us.
Oh, so good.
I want him back.
Like, imagine that adapted to screen. Oh my god.
I need it. Yeah, I mean, Superman and Lois is pretty similar,
Yeah, but
but I want Henry.
yeah,
You want
it's
Amy
just,
Adams?
I mean, sure. I don't. I'm kind of indifferent when it comes to her. Like, she's all right.
Okay, it's
But
Henry. It's Henry that we want.
Henry we care about.
And Perry White.
And Sharon Perry White. In
Bring
other
those
news,
two back.
water wet.
Yeah,
I use that meme all the time.
bring those two back, and we're good. We're
There
golden.
we go.
And Jimmy
There we go.
Olsen's dead body.
Oh god, don't remind me.
It's funny because we like BVS.
Yeah, listen. I like BVS, but I get what's wrong with it.
Yeah, same.
You know, I'm an Aware fan.
It's my guilty pleasure. I love it, but God, it's awful. It's terrible, but I love it so much.
You know,
There's such good
in a
moments.
cinematic sense, does it make sense to kill off Superman in the second movie?
No.
But did I watch it in theaters and be like, wow, that was fucking awesome? Yeah.
Yeah, we watched it 2 years ago together. We were just like, that was great. In a movie where Batman shoots people and Superman says the line, "Nobody stays good in this world." And we're still like, let's go.
Lex Luthor pisses in a jar and forces a Jolly Rancher into a senator's mouth.
God,
Scary.
The Justice League is introduced through like Google Docs.
You know, it's kind of weird that when they showed the Flash, he actually stops the robbery at the grocery store. He doesn't actually like, you know, start robbing.
Start the robbery. My favorite thing, if you haven't been listening for that long, if you go on a Hero Story YouTube and you scroll down a bit, there's a video that we all watched Batman v Superman together. It's like a 20-minute montage of just our reactions to it. My favorite thing about that, I think I clipped that, is when Aquaman appears in the Google Doc video, and Tyler points out that Jason Momoa looks like he's never seen a camera in his life.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you're not a fish man, you're a man. Like, you grew up on land. He's so shocked at the camera. He stares at it like an animal, essentially. Like, what is this? Like an alien. But
It never gets referenced again.
Hey, Aquaman, why'd you break that camera and fly off or swim off, I guess?
Oh my gosh.
Not a good movie, but I kind of want to watch it again. I'm in the mood to watch the scene where he says, "I like those shoes."
The most Bruce Wayne. Oh god.
Alfred, I can't stay here. That's my news of the week. I guess the last thing I have though is Comic-Con predictions, because it's happening all week. We're recording this on a Wednesday, so if huge news drops Thursday or Friday, we didn't get to it, but we'll get to it next week. But like live action and comic aside, like for those two, is there anything you predict or want to see?
I think we're gonna get some Fantastic Four movie stuff.
I hope so.
I feel like we're gonna get some details on that.
Like casting.
Yeah. I really hope it doesn't end up being Jason Segel as the thing, but you know.
That's rumored.
That's been rumored.
Spielberg is also rumored as director.
Isn't he too busy doing Blackhawks?
He sees Blackhawks.
At least to unironically post like Spielberg chose DC over Marvel. Like, no.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. What is something that you're hoping gets announced like comic wise?
For Marvel, I asked you this and I wasn't expecting to get asked back for some reason. I'm kind of satisfied. Okay, I want a Jason Fabok on art on anything again. Like
In that one
DC.
comment section, he said he's only working with Jeff Johns, which makes me wonder: is it DC Jeff Johns or is it in his Mad Ghost universe and Image Jeff Johns?
Yeah.
And remember, they said they were going to do 3 Jokers too.
Yeah.
Is that ever going to actually happen, or was that like
Maybe it'll be announced. Jeff is
I don't even
usually
know. I don't even know how. I don't
even.
even know how I would react to that if they were like 3 Jokers. The sequel is coming. I'd kind of just be like,
Be like,
okay.
why? As I take out my wallet.
Why? Here's $7 for the first issue.
Yeah, I'll read it and all the variants.
Oh God.
But no, I'll read it. But why does it have to happen?
Yeah.
I like Shazam to be back in a series.
An ongoing.
Not a mini. I know Mary Marvel's gonna have a mini, which I'm sure will be great. Doc Shanner. But I want Billy Batson to have an ongoing, because like Jeff was like, I'm gonna be like the biggest Shazam writer ever, and then he did like 11 issues.
Yeah, that was painful.
They were good too. I was into it.
Oh, it was 2 good arcs, and then it kind of just like fell off. Billy's father being like the extra champion, like that was a cool premise.
With
and
the
then being
yellow
controlled by
suit.
Mr. Mind.
Yeah.
Like, that was cool. What if they announced like the new Justice League roster and like the actual Justice League book?
I could actually see that happening. I could see that being announced.
That'd be kind of cool. Or they're just gonna announce that the actual Justice League is coming back from life, so you could be depressed.
Yeah. So that was also kind of news. So Superman's coming back, and Superman Son of Kal-El, like Clark Kent's coming back. Apparently this is like War World Clark Kent, because he was on War World in Action Comics, and now he's coming back to Earth. And Death of the Justice League takes place a year from now. That's what I got from doing some research.
So I don't even understand. So like Zdarsky Batman is set before Death of the Justice League?
Yeah, Zdarsky of Batman set right now, and Death of the Justice League is apparently 2023.
So next year, Zdarsky's Batman is just not going to be about Bruce? Or
next year we'll probably get an arc or something like A World Without Batman, and then he'll return or something.
That's just
I don't know.
Like I feel like if we're going to kill him off, like why delay it a year?
Yeah.
By then, nobody cares about it anymore.
It feels like Dark Crisis is only canon to Dark Crisis.
Dark Crisis and like a few titles here and there that are like, whoa, have you heard about the
and
Dark
Aquaman?
Crisis?
Yeah, because Aquaman's getting a funeral of Arthur Curry. But Batman's still running around, and Superman's returning from space, and Wonder Woman's still going to be around.
We live in confusing times.
Yeah, these are confusing times. It is. So it's hard to tell what's happening when. And it's kind of like the idea where it's like, just don't think about it. Where like Detective Comics and Batman are coming out back to back, but what's happening first? Just don't think about it.
Right.
So
yeah, I'd be okay with like a new Justice League roster getting announced.
Yeah, me too.
I would actually kind of hope that it's not the roster we saw.
I doubt it. Yeah.
But
I can see Black Adam being involved, since he said he was going to train a team.
Right.
In Dark Crisis 2. Maybe Nightwing, and then John, and then anyone else is fair game, really.
Right. That's like going to be their trinity, and then from there on else.
Weird.
Could be anyone. Could be Frankenstein.
Yeah, it could be Frankenstein. Could be Dr. Light. We'll have to wait and see. Booster Gold, Blue Beetle, and Blue Beetle. For Marvel, I don't know what I'd want. I bought a new Spider-Man creative team. I don't like the one happening right now.
I don't know if you're going to get that. I want to find out what Peter actually did.
Yeah, come on. That was first shown in February. Like, let's give us an answer already.
We'll never know what Peter actually did.
Oh, something that we don't have for some reason, but a Green Lantern title. Give us that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, an actual good one, because we had like a great streak of like, decades of good Green Lantern content, and then the last 2 runs have been
not the greatest.
Yeah.
So let's get a new Green Lantern title. Hal's around, use him. Kyle's around,
I feel like they're bound to announce a new Green Lantern title because it is weird that like we don't have one, but just
Mhm.
don't put the last writer on it, and I think we're good to go.
Yeah, Jeffrey Thorne, he's made good stuff. His problem was he was a little too vocal about his hatred to Hal
I
Jordan.
that's the thing. I don't know that you could go into a project and be like, man, I hate Hal Jordan. Time to write Green Lantern. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's weird.
And it's like you don't have to use Hal Jordan. You could use
Right.
John Stewart. You could use Kyle. You could use anyone.
Right.
Why are you constantly tweeting out, "I hate Hal
Dude
Jordan"?
really hates Hal Jordan. He was literally Eobard Thawne for Hal Jordan.
Like constantly just complaining about how
Yeah.
like, bro, you don't have to write him. Like,
Right. Yeah, that was weird.
yeah, I don't know. And even then, like I read the first 6 issues of the Green Lantern run, and it wasn't very much a Green Lantern run. It was about John being like marooned on a planet where his ring didn't work, so it was just John. So
Right.
I don't know. I didn't really like it. I'm like I kind of wanted to see Green Lantern, but
Right.
I dropped the book, and I know he gets his powers back eventually from Death of the Justice League. He gets like that green aura around him, but I don't know what happened.
I mean, Green Lantern. It's not always the easiest book to do, just
Of
because like
course, yeah.
there's a lot going on with it, and obviously you have a lot of great runs before you, so it's it's always hard to top something that's already been done, But man, I just want a good Green Lantern title again. Like I remember every 2 weeks when Hal and Pals was coming out, like that was just a blast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh man, that was great. 2.99 every 2 weeks. Getting Hal and Pals.
Mhm.
It was a great, engaging story. It used all the lanterns. Like it was good.
Well, that's the thing that some writers might not want to do. When you write Nightwing, you're writing Nightwing. When you write Green Lantern, it's a team book. It has to be a team book. If it's a solo series, you can still do that, but you won't get a lot of people on board. A lot of people's favorite lantern isn't the one you're using.
Right.
Everyone likes Kyle, everyone likes Hal, everyone likes John. Some people might not like the one that you just focus on. So it kind of has to be a team book, which is why Hal and Pals works so good, because even though Hal Jordan was in the title, there was books just about Kyle, or there's
Right.
issues just about Guy. So it worked because it was a team book. It was about the court rather than just Hal Jordan. But yeah,
Right.
I don't know what I want from Marvel beside a Spider-Man creative team. I'm kind of satisfied. Like I like Donny Cates on Thor, and I like Zdarsky on Daredevil. Oh, I don't think you'll have him, but I would appreciate a new run on Avengers.
Not Jason Aaron.
Yeah, not Jason Aaron. Let's get someone else on. Jason Aaron's been on for like five
Is
years now.
Jason Aaron like nearing the end or no?
I have no idea. I
Like, have
thought
they
50
announced
was his
anything with that?
last.
Because it's gone on way longer than I expected.
Yeah, because it's gotten a lot of hate.
Yeah.
I mean, he has gone back on a lot of things, like Savage She-Hulk is back to regular She-Hulk.
Right.
But he also went back on his cool ideas where he's like, oh, every arc they'll have a rotating member. First it's Doctor
Right.
Strange, then it's Blade,
Blade was one of
and
them.
that's it. Blade stayed on
Like,
the team.
yeah.
Because he's like, I like writing Blade. No more rotating member.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. No more rot.
I kind of like the idea of it changing every arc, but okay.
They were doing like the every 7 issues was like the prehistoric Avengers, right? That was kind of a weird
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. The first Avengers. It was a cool idea, but every few issues, like,
Yeah, I was like, I'm losing interest in the story.
yeah, like it's a cool idea for a team having like Odin and the original Ghost Rider, original Black Panther, but stop. Like,
Right.
one issue's fine, but we
Right.
don't need,
Right. I don't need this every like 7 issues.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like a lot of his stuff felt like it hasn't mattered fully. Like
Right.
Bendis's stuff, I could pinpoint moments in solo series and know exactly what's happening in Bendis's Avengers at the time. Like I'm reading Thor in like from like 2007, and they're talking about Secret Invasion. Like, oh, I know what's happening with the Avengers right now, because
Right.
the Avengers, like, they ran the Marvel universe in the 2000s. Well,
Right.
now I feel like it doesn't at all.
Right. It's not like a central book.
Yeah, like you could read solo series back then, and they're always bringing up what's happening with the Avengers. So it felt like, oh, I want to know what's going on with the Avengers right now. Like
Right.
Thor couldn't go to a council meeting because he was afraid Skrulls would be there. It's like to find out more, check out Secret Invasion. Like
Oh, that's
that's
cool.
cool.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I like that. So I don't know. Now it feels like nothing. No one brings up the Avengers. So
Right.
yeah, new creative team. Even if I was gonna say even if Bendis comes back, but maybe not. That man should retire.
I think Bendis is done with Marvel for a
Yeah.
while.
Any for movie predictions, I'll say I'm expecting Black Panther trailer. I'm expecting maybe news on Guardians 3, Marvels, or Ant-Man 3. No trailers or anything. I think Black Panther's the only trailer we'll get. I'm hoping Fantastic Forecasting. I'm hoping anything mutant related, but I think it's D23 is next month.
Yeah, the Disney
Yeah,
thing.
that's next month, and that is confirmed to have like what was happening like 2 years ago, where Kevin Feige in front of the green screen.
Right.
So that's where all their big announcements will probably be.
Right.
But for here, and Werewolf at Night that finished filming, and Marvel never even talked about it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we'll get that, maybe like I Am Groot or Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special for Comic-Con. But D23 is where in August is where we'll get like all the announcements for the next 3 years or so.
Right.
But yeah, anything else you want to add, or you want to jump into comics?
I don't have that big of expectations. I mean, maybe I'll get blown away, but I'm thinking it's going to be a calmer weekend. We'll see though.
I got no plans Saturday, so I'm going to be refreshing my.
We're watching a lot of it, right?
Yeah, I'll be watching it all day.
Right.
All right, we'll start with Daredevil
Let's
since
start with Daredevil because that
we're
was
a week
last week's
behind.
comic.
Yeah, it's
Daredevil's
good.
back at number 1. Zdarsky wrote 36 issues of Daredevil from 2019 to present. Then 6 issues of Devil's Reign, and now we're back to number 1. Not a fan of when books go back to number 1, but I get that in modern comics it happens.
And next issue is 650.
Yeah, next issue is 650, so it's going to be an oversized anniversary issue.
Already, yeah.
Chip made fun of this in his newsletter, which was pretty funny, but
yeah. But yeah, it's good. He's back.
It's a good issue. I mean, it's the same creative team. Like I expected, like this to be good. It's setting up, what's going to be going on for Daredevil and Elektra. Kind of catches you up for like, what happened in Devil's Reign, I guess, if you missed it. Like, the death of the identity of Matt Murdock and all that.
Fisk
Mike
disappearing.
Murdock.
Right. I don't think Chip will write Fisk anymore. I think Fisk is out until the next creative team wants to use him.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, and I'm okay with that. I think.
Yeah, me too.
I think villains like that kind of work better when you kind of use them sparingly. Like they kind of disappear for a while. It makes them more menacing when they pop up.
Like
more
Joker in New 52.
Right, exactly.
2 appearances, and they were both good.
I love that Spider-Man appeared in this. Not only because Marco draws like a great Spider-Man, but like I love any Daredevil and Spider-Man interactions, and it's cool for Yeah, that was a great panel, and for Spider-Man to relearn Daredevil's secret identity is nice.
Yeah, I like that. It was wholesome.
Only 10 people know the secret identity, or do they, Hunter? Since
11. Yeah.
Only 11 people know the Daredevil identity right now, so it's an exclusive club.
Maybe 12 because Reed Richards. I forgot about him.
Hunter has an approximate number.
Yeah. Give or take.
Yeah, I think it's a solid issue overall. Not really too much more to add. Matt misses Kirsten at the end, huh? So you think she's gone, or you think
Kirsten?
That
was Kristen. Kristen? Do you say what do you call her? What do you call her?
Is it not Kirsten? Have I been saying it wrong all the time? Is it actually Kristen?
I say Kristen, but
now I'm trying to find her name to see how it's spelled.
Oh man, we're both gonna get just destroyed by people.
It's usually how it goes.
So there's a guy, Matt Gold. I got this.
Robert Goldman.
Yeah, why did I say Matt? Oh, Daredevil's Matt. Robert Goldman, who went to law school with Matt and Foggy, somehow knows Matt's identity. Why? We don't know. He was in a Daredevil, The Woman Without Fear, and he was kind of just watching Elektra, but we haven't seen him really interact with Matt at all. He also seems to be like have the powers to blow things up from afar. So Christian's on a train that he blows up, though we don't see a body, and it's a comic. So.
It's Kirsten, so I feel like that's Kirsten, not Kristen.
Have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
I feel like if it was Kristen, it would be Kri, not Kir. We're gonna need a ruling on this from someone who's smarter than us, but
yeah, we're not very good at this.
I think it's Kirsten.
Kirsten.
Anyway, yeah, her train blows up, but I don't think she's gonna kill her off.
Wow, I've been saying it wrong this whole. Oh God, Harper, have mercy. Kirsten McDuffie. Huh. Okay, yeah. Train blows up. She's dead.
No way they'd kill her off panel like that.
Yeah, it's a comic. No, she's not dead. Plus, after it blows up, you see him remembering, and she's like walking in a crowd.
Right.
No context, but maybe she's looking in the direction of an explosion she heard. So I think she's fine.
Yeah.
But Daredevil doesn't know that. So he's angry and he has a beard. There's another story called The Island. Did you read that?
Yeah, the B story with Elektra and Stick.
Yep. So it's a Stick beating up Elektra in training, essentially. Right. They go to take out like a little hut, and Elektra knocks them out, but Stick kills them and is like, "You're gone soft," and beats her up when they fight, and she ends up besting him, and he ends up like appreciating that. Being like, "It's been a while since you beat me in a fight."
Well, used to be a cool fighter. And he says to her like the old Elektra would have killed, like, you know, you've gone soft because when you become Daredevil, which I'm like, that's kind of interesting. Like she didn't kill those goons. Now well, she tried to give an excuse behind it, like, oh, we get information out of them, but
Stick's just like
being Daredevil's changed her.
Yeah, and Stick's not necessarily like, I'm disappointed in you. He's more like intriguing.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the difference that's been made on you.
Yeah. So even though Stick kills, he's not like, you have to kill these people. He's more just like, why would you not kill these people? So
right,
it's definitely interesting. But yeah, I liked it. And they're going to take on the Hand, which is led by Punisher, and that's going to be all tied in. So yeah, it's kind of cool that this run started with a Punisher appearance. Now it's coming near the end game and Punisher's appearing again.
Right.
Leader of the Hand.
Is that going on in the Punisher ongoing right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason Aaron.
Right. Have you read any of that or no?
I read issue 1.
Issue 1, okay.
It was good, but I'm not a Punisher fan, so I was just curious what was happening. So I'm not continuing, but it's good. He's leading the Hand because he made a deal with them that they will give him like something he's always desired if he trains the Hand, leads them, and keeps them proper and everything. So he's like, all right, I don't know what that is, but okay. And then he falls asleep and wakes up and his wife's next to him. So they brought his wife back, but she still has like the bullet holes in her as scars. So it is her body and everything. They just revived her.
Right.
So they're keeping his wife alive as long as he leads the Hand. And now Matt and Elektra are coming for him.
I'm trying to take down the Hand.
Yeah. So I like that. Right. You want to do World's Finest or Nightwing?
Just real quick from last week, I had Rogues.
Yeah, you do that.
This was book 3 out of 4. I think it's a really solid story. I think, like, is it going to go down as like one of those like all-time great Flash stories? No, but I think it's like it's exactly what it's marketed as. I think it's a cool heist story. It's, kind of got that darker element to it, being Black Label. Like, I get thrown off every time, like, Captain Cold like says the word fuck. I'm just like, oh yeah, right. They could do that in Black Label. Like, that's so different than regular comics. The art style like really fits the story, which is cool. In this one, they actually killed off some of the rogues, which I didn't really expect them to do. So um, I'm not sure where this one's gonna end, but I'm interested to see where it goes. Like, the heist has gone completely off the rails, and I mean, as expected, but they kidnapped Grodd's son to try to get their gold back. So I'm interested to see where the story ends.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
don't
just 3
I don't
issues.
imagine it ends well for Captain Cold. What'd you say?
I forgot it was 3 issues.
It's 4. It was marketed as 3 to start out. Like, it was said it was only gonna be 3, but then they switched it to 4 when they solicited it. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
this is 3 out of 4. So one more to go. But
Not bad.
yeah, I enjoyed it.
Harper just sent me a voice message saying, play this on the show.
Oh boy.
I don't know what it is.
I'm scared.
Okay, hold on. I don't know. I might have to stop this. But
I don't know if you guys are recording the podcast or if you're a bit busy. Just kind of wanted to let you know something. It's not that serious, but I just wanted to tell you. When I met you in the summer, till my heart.
Okay. So Harper's sick at the moment. As you can
hear it
tell,
in
he's
that message.
coughing. And then he sent me another one. I might have to stop this.
To tell JD, I don't know if I'm going to quite say this right, but I just wanted to tell him that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's 41 seconds, and I'm stopping now.
That's hard for you.
Thank you. Yeah, he's not feeling good.
Anyway.
He was going to come on, but he said he woke up sick. So
Yeah.
Flash, since you're doing rogues,
Let's do it. Flash 784, tie into Dark Crisis. We get the 3 stories that were set up in the end of last week's issue. We start in like the Mad Max type universe where Barry Allen drives a hot rod.
and it's Jesse and Max or with them.
Jesse and Max basically are just like, are you Barry Allen? And he's like, yeah. And they're like, oh, you're not our Barry Allen. And he's like, yeah. And they're like, all right, see you later.
Yeah, they look at each other and they're just like, wrong Earth. I like how they're not written like they're dumb. They're just like,
right.
I feel like I read so many multiverse stories where they don't realize they're in the multiverse, even though they said they're in the multiverse, and they're just like, it's Barry Allen, he'll help us. But these two immediately are just like, we're in the wrong place. Let's go.
They're just like, wrong Earth. Let's pack up our bags and head on out. Like, this is not our problem anymore.
And they don't try to help too, which I like.
Right. And they're getting attacked by an even bigger, like someone with speakers in a big truck.
Yeah.
Irie and Jai are trying to get their time or Speed Force bracelet working, but they can't get it to go. The Night Flash, which is like a Batman and Flash combination, like is up behind them and runs after them. They get called into into a building, like, oh, come on, you got to come with me, you don't have much time. And that's pretty much the end of their story, so who knows who's helping them. I know Jay came after them, but I'm guessing that wasn't Jay.
Yeah, probably not. Real quick, I think you're flipping your pages on your mic.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
Rest in peace to every headphone user.
R.I.P. And then the last one is obviously Wally Wallace, and then the like kind of Silver Age looking Barry and Wally. Wally decides to go talk to Barry while Wallace is gonna go explore with Wally. That's a lot of the same stuff happening. It's a little confusing to explain like that, but
our Wally West is going after our Barry Allen, who's kind of possessed by this world, while our Kid Flash is going over other realities Kid Flash to just act natural and see what's going on.
Right.
Is that a little better?
When our Wally goes to Barry, though, Barry sees him as the Reverse Flash.
Mhm.
So he's in like full like fight mode, and Wally's like, whoa, what are you doing? And he like knocks him around, but he's only seeing him as a Reverse Flash, which I thought was pretty cool art. Like the panel separations of like
Just going back and
in
forth.
one he's in Reverse Flash, and then one he's regular Wally West.
Mhm.
And he thinks it's a trick, and we get to see that you're never gonna hurt my family again, like him, the one that we saw from last, but we see it from a different angle, like from behind Barry, which is cool. And then Wallace goes to like the West household, and this Earth's Wally comes up to him and is like, hey, what's up, man, are you coming in? And he's like, oh, you know me? And then all of a sudden he's in his silver suit, the New 52 suit.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, what the hell? I did not expect that to return at all.
I love that suit.
And it ends with the panel like the same way that Barry was at the end of
Infinite Frontier. And it's got like the Brett Booth kind of style where it's like glossy.
I'm shocked. I saw that earlier in the week before I read the comic, and I thought it was Photoshopped. I thought someone was like editing. So then when I actually read the issue, I was like, oh my God, that's real.
Yeah. I was actually shocked too. My jaw dropped. I was like, it's been what, 6-7 years since we saw this suit?
Yeah, 20,
and it was like an alternate
maybe
future suit too. So it's like we never see it again. And it's straight up, I think it's his best suit.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Wallace just wearing that full time, to be honest.
It makes him stand out way more. No other speedster's worn just silver, red, and black. It looks great. And I'm so glad he's wearing, because everyone, like, it's his future suit, so he's gonna wear in the future. It's been like 6, 7, 8 years.
Why not get to that future?
Yeah, let's do it now. You can still be Kid Flash. Just because you're Kid Flash doesn't mean you have to wear the same suit as every single Kid Flash. The Robins change it up a bit. Damien's wearing a gray suit right now.
Right.
And he's calling himself Robin. So I hope it stays. And I'm curious if Wallace, Ace, Kid Flash, if he will recognize the suit.
Right, from the New 52.
Yeah.
Or if Barry recognizes it, because obviously he's seen it.
Yeah. So it's good. I like it.
I like this issue. It's another one of those Flash issues that where I got to the last page. I was like, oh fuck, like I'm already at the end.
It was a fast read.
I was like, man, I need more. I guess that's part of the thing when you're telling 3 stories at once. Like it's it's a lot of story to tell in 22 pages, but
especially when you mostly care about the Wallies.
The main story, obviously, the A story.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see where this one goes.
It's very good. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the next issue. World's Finest.
World's Finest. Did you get the main cover this time? No, you got another variant.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, it's not bad, but
but it's not this.
It's not. This is all just like nothing right here.
And this is Dan Mora, Superman, Batman, Robin, Supergirl. I just pointed those backwards. Robin, Supergirl.
Robin wasn't in this issue, but he was brought up many times.
And also, you didn't get the Super Pets advertisement on the front of the book.
Are you seeing that?
No. Why would I see Super Pets?
We saw Teen
You're
Titans
gonna see
Go.
You're gonna see it opening weekend in theaters, aren't you?
We saw Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, that's different though.
Is it?
This one has The Rock in it. I can't support that.
Are you see Black Adam?
I don't want to.
2 tickets to Black Adam, please. Quote JD.
2 tickets.
Sit, stay, save the world. That's their motto.
Well, that tagline got me. I wasn't going to see it, but now that you say that,
now you are. Now you are. Notice how
do you already have tickets for Super Pets or no?
No, I don't.
I forgot. I didn't know if you're going to like buy them like 2 months early.
Oh, that's next week.
Yeah, July 29th.
Maybe. Ugh. Do I see
I
it?
already know you're gonna see it. I'm already waiting for your Letterboxd review where you're like, you know what? It's actually kind of a solid movie. The Rock really embodies the role of Crypto the
Crypto.
Superdog.
It's comic accurate with Ace the Bat Hound. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God, I hate it.
I don't know. Maybe I will. I find it funny that like the ads for it aren't the actual movie. It's just Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, and it's just them like laughing together.
Which is probably the best way to market this movie because it's hard to market it of Superman's dog and Batman's dog are gonna team up. You know?
Yeah, it's they're just like, hey, look, these two celebrities are friends.
I say that as if I didn't watch Crypto the Superdog on Cartoon Network when it was on. You remember that show?
I never watched it.
It had the worst looking Lex Luthor. He was like yellow and had like a weird shaped head, but it was
Look that up.
look that up. But it was
just Crypto the Super.
a good theme song. I don't even know what year it was on. Early 2000s. I remember on Cartoon Network. What a weird animation style, right?
Yeah, why does he look like that?
Yeah, he looked very strange.
Yeah, he's like green.
Yeah.
He's like yellow or green. His eyes are just red. Okay, he looks like an alien.
For some reason, I remember it being a solid show. I don't think it would hold up if I watched it today, but
well, go see Super Pets.
Go see Super Pets to relive that dream.
Yeah.
Anyway, World's Finest.
Okay.
Mark Waid, Dan Mora. Great stuff. I love seeing Dan Mora draw any DC characters. This arc continues on with the Doom Patrol. They got to lock up the villain, but someone has to lock themselves on the inside. And they're kind of fighting over like who should do it to start the issue. Supergirl wants to do it because
guilt.
Guilt.
She feels guilty. I guess for those who don't know, Supergirl time traveled with Dick Grayson Robin last issue, and she dropped him in the time stream, and he could be anywhere in the past, and she doesn't know where. So she's pretty guilty, and she hasn't told anyone yet, including Batman.
Right. Superman wants to get locked in with him because he's Superman. He's got to be the selfless hero. Batman wants to do it because he's like, oh, Superman doesn't have the fighting skill that I have, so I need to go in there with him. They're all fighting over to do it. The Doom Patrol's like, it's literally in our name to do it. We should be the ones to do it. Yeah, that's a good point. Superman gets possessed by the villain, but then they figure out that the villain can't adapt to like technological powers, so
he basically, the villain can withstand anything that he was trained to withstand, that he was created to withstand 1600 years ago or whatever, however long it's been. So when Robot Man punches him, he wasn't expecting machinery, he wasn't expecting technology, even though it's just a punch. But
and then Superman brings on the Phantom Zone projector to give him Kryptonian tech, and it works for like a quick minute, and then that's when while it works for like a quick minute, that's when Supergirl tells them like, I kind of lost Robin. And Batman, I love that panel of Batman and Superman where Batman's just like the shock in his eyes that like you lost Robin. The only thing is I don't understand why it's separated into two panels, like
because you see the portal opening on the second one, I guess. But
why? Like it's the same panel on the bottom. Like it just cut to the middle of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just showing that the portal's now opening.
I guess. All right.
My favorite panel was 2 pages later. The reaction.
Yeah.
So the villain breaks out of the portal again, and someone needs to go stop him. And literally, the 3 heroes all look at each other as if like, I have to do this. They're all thinking,
I'm going to be the one to sacrifice.
Yeah, they're all thinking that. And Superman grabs it first without saying anything. And he's faster than all of them and is able to put him in this chamber and shut the door. And I like how Batman screams Superman. Like, Superman!
Right.
I like that.
Right.
Just banging on the door. It seems like he's hurt more than anyone. And he starts yelling at Supergirl, like, why didn't you stop him? Why, what's going on? And she's yelling at him and she yells, I loved him too. And they both stop talking.
Yeah.
Like, just showing that Batman, he loves Superman. They're best friends. They're world's finest.
Right. Well, I like that even when they get Superman out of there, like the first thing he says is like, took you long enough.
Yeah.
Like it's like so lighthearted. Like I really like that.
Superman got out because he had the negative zone blaster, and he was able to shoot himself. And then as he's teleporting to the negative zone, he uses heat vision to destroy the gun. So then the villain couldn't get through. And then Negative Man from the Doom Patrol was able to kind of open it up and bring them all out, or bring Superman out, and then close the portal behind. This issue takes place in the past. There's no real stakes because of that, but this was intense. Like, I really like this.
Right. I was talking to Drew about this issue earlier, and we were talking about how different this is than the last Superman Batman title, which started under Williamson and then someone else wrote. I can't remember who else wrote it. But like how different the titles are, and where like that one, like everything that happened was like, see this get resolved in insert title here, and this will be finished in insert title here. Well, this is all just in this title, like it doesn't affect any other title, and it kind of works that way to be, independent from them.
Because it's in the past, yeah.
So
I like that too. I did appreciate how Williamson was giving us moments like Bruce talking to Clark, being like, "You revealed your identity. Why didn't you tell me?"
Right.
Before, or Clark saying, "I'm sorry about Alfred" to Bruce.
Right.
But I do like that this is one story. Like, we don't know where Robin is, and we will find out in this book.
Right. Obviously, we know they're going to find him at some point. I mean, he's in the future, but.
Mm-hmm. But the next arc is called "Let's Rescue Robin."
Right.
Which is a great title for an arc. So the hunt for Robin begins.
I
like this book. I won't be dropping it.
Yeah, I've enjoyed every issue so far.
Nightwing.
Tell me you at least got the A cover of this.
Oh yeah.
That's a great cover. Oh no! I mean, that's not a bad cover, but look how pretty this is.
It's on the side, and
Blockbuster is the city, and he's leaping into him. Isn't that cool?
Man, wow. I mean, yeah, this is pretty good too, but
yeah, but this is
way better.
Bruno Redondo, like at his finest. There's a reason he got nominated for the Eisner for covers.
Yeah. Okay.
The cover's great. Great colors too, yellow and purple. So Hunter's missing out, but we know Hunter misses out on a lot of covers.
Yeah.
The commissioner, Melinda tips off the commissioner that they're going to be cracking down on him. Now she's doing this to set him up because he's got some files on Blockbuster. So he's making his way to escape on Melinda's word. Of course, Nightwing is in on this, so he tracks him down. Great panel of Nightwing with like little, flying
the wingsuit,
like wings. Yeah, the wingsuit. He catches up to him on the motorcycle and plays chicken with a motorcycle in the car, which not how you play chicken, but it was a really cool like 2-page spread of like the faces staring down. Like the art is just spectacular.
The gritting, like they're. Nightwing wants him to hit.
Right.
He's
he's able to stop the commissioner from escaping, and he gets the files that he needs, and then leaves them for the feds to pick up. After that, they have to appoint a new police commissioner for Bloodhaven, so they appoint Maggie Sawyer, who's been in Superman books for the last few decades as a cop in Metropolis. So. She's going to be the commissioner of Bloodhaven. Blockbuster is not happy at all with this. He calls Melinda and is basically just like, we need to talk. And Melinda's playing both sides, where she's, pretending to be, one with Blockbuster, even though she's obviously working with Nightwing. So she basically tells Blockbuster, like, oh, there was nothing I could do. Like, I had to pick her really quick. And then he's like, all right, well, why don't you come to your home, because I'm there. So Blockbuster's with Melinda's mom, like in a very oversized Blockbuster in there, in like a tiny little chair. Like it's great.
It's like he's sitting in a child's chair,
and he's basically like, let's go take a ride. So it's like he's thinking like, oh shit, Melinda's gonna get killed. In between that, we get a nice little Dick Babs panel, which I'm a sucker for. They're basically just working through the evidence, but I like a little panel like that. Melinda and Blockbuster are in the car, and like the whole time you're like, all right, Blockbuster's about to kill her, and then Blockbuster's like, I think I know who the rat is in our organization, and he thinks it's the electrocutioner, but obviously we know it's not the electrocutioner, it's Melinda. So this is a little dumb. Like they kind of write Blockbuster a little dumb, where she's like, all right, well, I want to get some time with him to know exactly what he's told Grayson, and Blockbuster just leaves. Like, would Blockbuster actually just walk out and be like, all right, yeah, you could stand with the rat?
I thought that it was saying like this was a trap.
No, because then he comes, like Blockbuster comes in and he literally says, "What the hell?" Like he didn't expect that to happen.
But then he goes, "It's her. She's the
Right, he figures it out because electrocutioner said it, and then the phone call. But like, why is Blockbuster leaving her alone in the room with him?
That's
it was a setup, sure, but it's not a setup.
I get it now.
But she tries to free electrocutioner, and of course he turns on her. Yeah. So now it ends with her getting zapped and Blockbuster basically saying like Melinda can't come to the phone right now. So I'm interested to see where that goes. If they're going to be willing to kill her off, or if obviously Nightwing's going to be able to save her. Probably Nightwing's going to be able to save her, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like the character's kind of expendable because Melinda's never been in anything before this, so
she could die. Right, I feel like Nightwing will save her, but yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, but overall, I like the issue. Solid art, solid story. Get me to Nightwing 100.
Yeah, we're almost there. I'm just noticing at the back, there's a Dwayne Johnson interview. God. So we can move on, but one of the questions was, in Characters Crypto, can you describe the ideal human? And he replied, I was 6'4", 265 pounds, brown, bald, tattooed, could raise an eyebrow. You thought I was going to say Superman, weren't you? He almost described you there.
Because I'm 6'4", 265.
Yeah?
Bald.
Yeah, almost. You could be one day.
Like, oh God, I hope not.
Can raise an eyebrow, though. What do you know? Yeah, there you go. It could happen.
It's one of my many skills.
Timestamp is just okay, just for the thumbnail.
Save that. Okay, thank you. Yeah, save that for a clip. Yeah. You mind if I go over Young Justice real quick to complain about it?
Oh yes, go.
Okay, so last time Young
this.
Justice came out, I had a lot of complaints, a lot of problems with the way things were written, very out of character moments, and this is that times 10. Right after I finished reading this issue, I went to the website that I use for subscriptions and immediately dropped Young Justice.
What? You said you're gonna read all 4.
Well, then I realized it's not 4, it's 6.
Oh,
and this is awful. This might be the worst single issue I've ever read.
No, you gotta commit. You gotta read all 6.
I can't. It's so bad.
How could you?
I wish it was just a phase, like Batman said.
Oh, that was bad.
All right. So let's start.
I need context because I've just seen that panel out of context.
Let's start from the beginning. All right. So they're fighting. What's her name? She's got a stupid fucking name.
Cassie.
No, the bad guy from. She's from the original Young Justice. The Mighty Endowed. It's a dumb name, but whatever. So, she's like an attractive supervillain, right? Like in the original 90s Young Justice, like Superboy is attracted to her. For some reason, the writer doesn't remember that and decides that out of all of them, Impulse is the dog. So they say the Impulse, eyes up, we don't need you losing focus during a battle. And it's like, Bart's not the dog out of them. Like, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
And then Cassie and the Mighty Endowed start fighting, and Bart goes, loving that view. And then they all turn to him and he goes,
Ugh.
"Whoa, wait, what did I just say?" And Khan goes, "The old Bart is back." No,
What?
he's not. He's never said that. Khan, you would be the one saying that. So could I give a little bit of credit of like maybe like it's supposed to be, oh, they're on this other Earth and like it's messing with their heads, like they're remembering things wrong, or is that giving the writer too much credit?
Are they?
Because there's a
Oh
lot
my
of
god! It's another multiverse Young Justice arc.
I know it's pretty bad.
Those guys just can't stay on Earth Prime.
Anyway, they take down the villain and Tim Drake's kind of just like, oh, that was kind of too easy. And what do we even do with her? Because like we're not even really on this Earth. I mean, they're basically like at the beginning of Young Justice 1998. So like they're reliving all their old past memories. So they're like, what do we do? Like, so
Okay.
they end up back on their super cycle, which was like their vehicle from the 90s Young Justice run. And like they kind of like forget about it for a minute. Like, all right, life is not so bad. So then they go to they go to fight the second villain, who was from, of course, the 90s Young Justice run. And again, they just like beat up on her, like, and they were like, were they always this cartoonish when we beat them? And it's like, okay, this is kind of weird. Like, there's not much to it so far. So I'm like, all right, we're not so bad, right?
Right.
I mean, the one Bart line is kind of weird, but we're not so bad. And then we get to Cassie and Sissy, who's Arrowette from the original Young Justice run. Now, Arrowette left the Young Justice team because she almost killed a man, right? In like the 90s Young Justice, and like that caused her to retire from being a hero. But in this issue, she's like, I had to step away from the toxicity of Young Justice and being a superhero. We used to just beat up on people that were JLA reject villains. And it's like, what? Like
Okay.
she says that we only beat up on women and people from other countries trying to do their best. No, you didn't. And then she says that the only reason that Wonder Girl does it is because she likes the toxicity, and she likes having her whole life revolving around the Con, Tim, and Bart. And it's like, what? No, like like at least the other one you give credit of like, all right, they're on another Earth. Like, this is actual main Earth Sissy. Why is she being like this? Like, that's completely 100% out of character for her.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll help you, but like I'm only helping you like for this story. Like, this is the last thing I ever do for Young Justice. Very strange. So then we get to now we're back on the other Earth, and Young Justice meets the Justice League, and it's the 90s JLA. So like Wally's on the team, and Kyle's on the team, Martian Manhunter, and Connor Hawk, right? So Tim's like, oh man, that's the old Justice League. Like, that's the Justice League when we first started out. And the Cassie that's with them there is like, no, that is the Justice League. So they're starting to realize that that's not their Cassie.
Okay.
Now, Wally goes to talk to Bart, and Bart says that he's like, oh, me and Wally never got along. That's why I needed Barry around. And it's like,
I saw that.
what?
That's the opposite.
I miss Barry. I forgot how impossible it is to talk to Wally without him around. No, that's not at all. You have trouble talking to Barry when Wally's not around.
Yeah.
You have a good relation. Like, what? And then, of course, the very awkward panel of Batman. They're like, Tim Drake's going to become Batman one day. And then Cassie says, I'm sure Spoiler would love to get back together with you once you're Batman. And then Tim says, but I don't want to date Stephanie. I'm dating Bernard. And then Batman says, but you will. She's your destiny once you're out of this phase.
Homophobic Batman was canon.
And then Bart goes, what do you mean a phase? And then Khan goes, a phase of what?
What are they doing?
So they're talking about, right, like Tim's like, oh man, this world is clearly messed up. And then Khan's like, do we have to go back though? Like,
Okay.
what do you mean? Of course
Okay.
you have to go back.
So yeah, I saw a thread where the top comment was, I brought it up too. My favorite part of this issue is when Robin and Impulse are like, this reality is weird. It's racist, sexist, and homophobic. And Superboy immediately says, yes, but what if it's heaven?
Which literally like that. I'm on that panel, right? He calls it sexist, racist, homophobic, and then he goes, but what if that's the world we belong in? What?
What?
And then Superboy's only defense is like, well, I didn't die on this earth, so maybe we should stay.
Yeah, but you're alive on
You're
the
alive.
Earth Prime too. It's not like you're dead back. Like, yeah, you died, but
it's
you're
it's so bad. It's horrible. It also ends on kind of a weird note. So like Bart, like some zombies pop up, right? And Bart goes, I'll stop them. And then he goes, whoa, what? I can't gain any speed. So then Superboy goes, let me try. And he's shooting heat vision. And then all of a sudden his heat vision stops working. And like, they're like, oh my God, like our powers aren't working. We need to get out of here. And then they all jump on Superboy's back and he flies them out of here. And I'm like, wait, I thought your powers weren't working. And then Bart goes, don't you know I could just run? Didn't you just say your super speed wasn't working?
Oh, I wish you were still reading this just for the rants.
And then it ends with Lex Luthor, Captain Boomerang, and Deathstroke waiting for them with like Cassie's body in front of them. And it's Deathstroke going, we certainly missed you. And Captain Boomerang's like, oi, good to see you, lads. And Lex Luthor's like, did you miss us? Like, what the hell are you guys doing here? What's Deathstroke gonna do? Tell Tim he's in a phase and then stab him? Like, good God, this book was genuinely horrible. Like, when I didn't like Heroes in Crisis, at least I could be like, Tom King's a good writer. There's good writing somewhere in here, even though I like hate it. This is just bad. It's very bad. Was an art, it's very not good. There's so many out of character moments. There's so many miswritten conceptions of history, and it's like, it's not that hard to do internet research on a character, to have a basic understanding of the character and not break continuity. And isn't that what editors are for? Like, you could ask an editor like, hey, does this sound right?
Yeah,
it's very frustrating.
Yeah, editors should be able to keep continuity going.
I hope that sometimes when I drop something, I still get the next issue of it because like I didn't drop it in time, so they already ordered the next one. I hope I dropped this one in time, so I don't have to get the next one.
I hope you do get the next one because these rants are incredibly entertaining.
Ah, they're so bad. It's such a bad comic.
You're Mr. Young Justice, like you know everything and that's about what these pains guys.
Me. I love Young Justice. Everything we've gotten Young Justice since 2018 when they started has been awful.
Yeah.
Nothing but pain.
The one good thing since 2018 since they returned is when they announced they were returning, and when they announced Patrick Gleason was going to be the artist.
That was so hype, and then Patrick Gleason left after like 4 issues.
4 issues, and he's just like, "Oh, Marvel needs a Spider-Man artist," which is fair. It's fair.
I don't blame him. Yeah,
but
role, but
yeah, I don't know. I read Defenders Beyond this week. Defenders was a run that Harper actually recommended to me. It came out. There was a 2019 to 2020 run. It's very good. It's a mini series. So this is the sequel. Ewing is writing Al Ewing, and the artist is Javier Rodriguez. And it's a new team. Doctor Strange ran the last team. It's a connecting cover showing like the history of the Defenders, which is kind of cool, like the past and the future.
Right.
And this was a setup issue. It's essentially when Doctor Strange found out he was dying, he sent a spell out to Blue Marvel of all people, being like, "Hey, I'm not going to be around much longer." And the art's really, really cool. Like it's in like a little ball. It's just like, you need to make the new Defenders team because there will be bad things that are going to happen that need the Defenders. So, and he recaps the last run entirely. He recaps everything from that miniseries to Blue Marvel, and he gives Blue Marvel some cards and the Eternity's mask, which is a mask that looks like your Eternity when you wear it, and you're able to get any power. You're able to get the skill that you're fighting So if you're fighting someone, you get their powers essentially, or their skill. So he gives Blue Marvel these cards, and the coloring's so cool in this. It's very bright and it's very dark, and he's just like, draw these cards, and then you'll be able to get your team because these cards are the future. And Blue Marvel says no. He draws one card and it's himself. And he's just like, okay, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm not a superhero anymore. And they're just like, Doctor Strange's spell is just like, well, you kind of have to. And he looks down and the card's already been drawn, and it's America Chavez dead. That's what the card is. He's like, oh, okay, maybe I should do this. So America actually comes in and starts explaining America Chavez, born in the USA, which is the miniseries that I read for some reason. And so I was like, hey, I know what's happening. Where she's like, oh, the multiverse is dangerous and they have a sister out there that's missing and I want to go find her. And then more cards are drawn. Loki's on a card. And so this is a new character from the last run. It's Galactus's mother. She was on the team in the last run.
Okay.
So they appear, and then they draw a card that's Tigra, and that's the team so far. It's a very odd team, but it's very creative. And the multiverse opens up and they all fall through, and it's got really cool panels where like the panels all fall together. And the whole book from the original run and this run is just very creative how it's done.
Right.
They're in the dark and there's literally no art at all, but it's still very well done. Or there's still panels. So I think I will continue this. It's very creative. And they end up, they're in the dark. They find a person at the Beyonder from like Secret Wars. So it's good. I like it. And I will probably continue. But yeah, that's my comic. That's
so you're gonna take it on kind of like an issue to issue basis, like figure out if it's a book you want to keep.
Right now, I mean, like I don't really like the team. It's a lot of random characters.
Right.
It literally feels like just drawing cards. It's Blue Marvel, America Chavez, Loki, Galactus's mom, and Tigra. So not the most interesting team, but I like Loki. So I'll keep.
Right. Outside of Loki, who's the biggest name? America Chavez?
Now America Chavez, yeah. So
that's kind of crazy.
And then like Blue Marvel, but Blue Marvel hasn't been something in a while, as far as I know. Tigra, but has anyone ever cared about Tigra?
and who's writing this? That's Al Ewing?
Yeah.
Okay,
so he did like Immortal Hulk, and
they got a big name on it, at least, that people are gonna probably read this book.
Yeah, so I can see it. I mean, the first one was very popular. It was a miniseries, but it was loved so much. So this is essentially its sequel. And I believe the reason they had to stop was because Doctor Strange was the leader and he died. So
okay.
This is like this is why it's called Defenders Beyond. And Doctor Strange's spell was a very important part of this. So they replaced the sorcerer of the team with Loki, which I like. So we'll just have to see how that goes.
Right.
And Loki did say in this issue, we have to, like, he was everyone's just like, we're not a team. Like, these are just cards that mean nothing. We're not a team. But Loki's very excited because he's like, come on, like, we have to journey into mystery and find out what this means. I was like, okay, I like that. So the writing it's fun, it's clever, and I'll continue for now. I wonder if Harper's reading this, or Tyler. It's very much a book for like people that really want to get into like deeper into Marvel comics, because it's no Spider-Man, no Captain America, no Iron Man. So very random characters. But yeah, I like it. And that's everything, I think.
Yeah, that's all the comics. We made it through.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I was gonna say, join us next week as we talk about the Black Adam trailer.
Oh God.
Maybe Henry Cavill Superman. Maybe JD's thoughts on Super Pets. Maybe.
There's no way I'm seeing Super Pets. And I have a movie gift card right now that I could use like to see this movie for free, and I still won't see it.
You saw Teen Titans. We saw Teen Titans Go day one.
That's different. It's different.
It was good.
It was entertaining. Super Pets, I'm just gonna be mad.
Flash is in this.
Just wait till Crypto raises his eyebrow and you're like,
He's gonna-
he did.
He's gonna do that too.
Like, oh.
It comes out the same day as Jordan Peele's Nope. No, wait, that's tomorrow. Never mind. I'm gonna see that instead. That's what I'm saying.
False information spreader. Murray Network again.
Yeah, and Black Adam also comes out tomorrow.
Oh God, the hierarchy of power in the Pets universe is going to change.
Oh God! Oh,
God, I hate-
you think Black Adam will be in this movie? Oh, I have a feeling he will be.
It pains me to know this movie exists, and I will never see a. live
Honestly,
action
if it was
Wild
like an HBO Max movie, I wouldn't care. But
Right.
the fact that it's like a high budget 2 years movie with The Rock, Kevin Hart,
Listen,
John
you hit the
Krasinski.
nail on the head. They have not advertised like a single second of like the actual movie. It's just all been like when two best friends work together, like
Yeah,
The Rock and Kevin Hart.
yeah, and Keanu Reeves is
Yeah.
Batman.
How many big names can we shove into this? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Remember when voice actors were a thing? I don't. Just no Dwayne Johnson. And that's the show.
That's the show. Thanks for listening. If you're listening on iTunes, if you're listening on YouTube, we appreciate a like, a subscribe, and a comment. Tell us whether you say it Kirsten or Kirsten. Tell Hunter he's wrong because I think he's wrong.
Yeah. I also want to point out, I think my Zoom name is on YouTube. I was supposed to say reverse JD, like reverse flash, but it says reserve JD.
So you're an idiot.
Yeah, I just noticed that now because you're wearing like a different tank top, like the opposite color. But yeah, that's it. That's the show. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
For your story, I'm JD.
You're not JD, and I'm Hunter. I don't want to be Hunter.
Good luck, man. What?